doing some egg cutting. Sorry, I ruined the surprise. I got one of them cut already, jumped the gun. But then from it, he's live, active, a little bit of blushing, so we got some pastel in there for sure. Pairing was a ivory pastel, possible super pastel het ghost to a bumblebee. And we're gonna see what we get. I'm praying for a killer bee somewhere in there. I got 11 to go. This is 5. So let's get on with it. Don't mind me, my scissors I'm using are a little big. I don't have surgical scissors at the moment. Boys! Sorry, the dogs are being rambunctious. And you'll hear my son in the background too. Come on, you. Get up in there. And for those of you that don't know or are just tuning in and don't know a whole lot about reptiles, we do this to try and give our babies the best chance at hatching due to improperly developed egg teeth, whatever it may be. Got some goop coming out of this one. And as long as you do it right, no harm will come to the snake. And that one there might be my killer bee, second egg. That actually for sure, 100% positive is my killer bee. At least one of them. I'm gonna go ahead and check. I'm pretty sure I just seen him move. Yep, he's moving. Gonna go ahead and put him back. High white from what I can see. I nicked a blood vessel. You're gonna see a little bit of blood. This is day 60 for these guys, so it's time for him to come out anyway. On to the next one. And for anybody that's curious, I incubate my eggs at 88 degrees. There's less than one degree fluctuation in temperature at any time. I'm hobbyist level, so I got a DIY incubator made out of a cooler. My beautiful assistant behind the camera, putting up with me doing this. Boom, another killer bee. So you got the head right there on top. Good movement. Look at them markings. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up too good or not, but look at those markings. Beautiful, beautiful killer bee. Now there's my two. Let's see how many we get. Did I get lucky? Am I gonna have a bunch of killer bees up for sale? You will get slimed on doing this too. Make no mistakes, this is not a clean job. Yeah, it looks like this guy's upside down, so that's normally not a good sign. Nope. Oh, it's moving. Good movement. And looking at the markings, from what I can see, possibly just a spider, maybe a bumblebee. There's an awful lot of black and yellows. Good movement. It's doing okay. And egg 5. Is this another killer bee? Guess we're about to find out. These eggs, they're pretty thick. My scissors aren't really liking them. And as you see, I'm pulling the egg as far away as possible so I don't injure the baby inside. And that one looks like another killer bee, so hey, I'm 3 and out on 1 in 4 odds, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, for sure, but he's awful bright for it to not be. All right, good movement. There we go. We have a pastel over here that has no spider in it. I'm not sure whether it's a super pastel or not. It has an awful lot of blushing, you can kind of see. Does not look like spider at all. Got 3 killer bees. And probably another pastel spider. It's got an awful lot of big alien heads on it. Why it's upside down in there, I don't know. I'll look at it here in a little bit. These could also end up being yellow bellies too. So, pastel yellow bellies, anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on these guys, and I got 6 more eggs. All right, sorry about the cut. I wasn't really very prepared for this video. I got a limited workspace, as you can see. I'm working on the top of a tote. Everything has been disinfected, sprayed down, wiped down. I had to bag up the other eggs, put them back in the incubator to grab this clutch. Now these ones are still stuck together, but luckily they're pulling apart relatively easy now that the egg has decalcified some and started to break down. Some of them are still stuck pretty good, but we're going to separate all of them out and see what we got in these ones. This one's still stuck real good. At this point, if you damage the egg, try not to, because you still don't want to turn it and rotate it from how it was sitting. You can still drown the well, I guess it's no longer an embryo at this point. It is in fact a juvenile snake, but you can still drown them, so you don't want to flip them, roll them around, or anything like that. But if you do damage it, just leave it in there. If the snake comes out and still has the umbilicus attached, you pull it out, you put it in a tub on wet paper towel, keep it wet, and it works, you know. But let's go. This is egg number 6. Trying to give you guys the biggest viewing window as possible too. So what we got here? This is a bumblebee, and it's more than likely going to be a bumblebee yellow belly, or maybe it could just be a spider yellow belly. We will see. It is, well, yeah, it's got a lot of blushing in the dorsal. We'll see as it sheds and how everything plays out. Bumblebee yellow belly, or a standard bumblebee yellow belly. I wouldn't care either way. I will only have 2 holdbacks out of this whole clutch, so everything else will be up for sale. And I'll give you details for that when the time comes. But looks like we got a spider, possible bumblebee there. This baby's right at the top of this egg. This egg is full. Trying to get me a little crease in there so I can make my incision. And you don't want to shove your scissors in, you just want to get the tips of them in, and be very careful while doing so. Sometimes it's a little difficult because the Like, again, you get a big old baby and a little egg like this, and can't really get your scissors in there. Surgical scissors do work best for this. These are grooming scissors. That's what I had on hand. I don't know what happened to my surgical scissors, and quite frankly, I just really didn't want to wait another day to cut eggs. Cut through some blood vessels on this one. The snake's perfectly fine, just it's going to be a little messy. There was a nice healthy vein work in all of these eggs from the day they were laid. That looks like another killer bee. Killer bee yellow belly. I can also get bumble bellies out of these as well, which would be your pastel spider yellow belly. So we got pretty good movement, and he's reacting to me. So, beautiful, beautiful snakes. I'm ecstatic. Killer bee was something I've wanted to breed, and it is one of my favorite snakes. The next step, as soon as I find some Axanthic, we're going to do some killer zebra bees. And I like spider. If you don't, sorry, I'm not going to stop working with spider. I love what it does to the pattern. And I can tell you right now, I've got spider in my collection, and I've got a snake that has no spider in it that's got a worse wobble due to whatever reason. And I don't think I can actually breed her at this point than any of my spiders do. And I got her that way. It wasn't anything I did. She was cold at the show when I bought her and got her home and heated up, and her head's all over the place like a little roller coaster ride. And as you can tell, I'm always checking for the point of my scissor before I actually cut, just to make sure I don't have anything there. Ooh, that's pretty cool looking. This one, I'm not sure what this is. I know it's spider. Let's see if we can find its head. I'm not going to dig any of them out. Don't really want to disturb any of them too much either. This could just be a standard spider. Oh, there's its little head. I don't see any really high blushing in this. It's dark. This one's going to be interesting. I may have an unintentional holdback out of this. I need to see what's going on here after it comes out. It's awful dark, but doesn't have high sides, whites, nothing. I do definitely see spider though. And what egg number is this? This is number 9. It's nice when you don't lose any in the incubation process. I had 28 tegu eggs at the start of this year, and I'm down to 6. First time mom, first time dad. Some of them were infertile from the get-go, but I'm one of those people, if when in doubt, I saw embryos in them, so when in doubt, incubated out. So I incubated it, and I'm down to 6 now. So baby tegu's coming your way probably next month. I am a little out of practice, guys. This one looks like it's just going to be a pastel yellow belly. I'm not 100% sure on the pastel. I just know it's got an awful white dorsal, or awful light dorsal. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a whole lot I can see in this one. I know it's not spider, or at least not any spider I've seen before. Make sure we get some movement in here. Oh yeah, it's doing good. It's got some freaky little pattern blowouts too. Like those are pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that, but the one-eyed alien heads and how they're bridged across, and it's almost banded like an enchi, but there is absolutely no enchi in any of these snakes, 100%. This is my first clutch of the year too. I'm getting ready to have another female drop one. I got tegus, which was the second clutch of my year. And then hopefully before the season comes to an end and it's time to start pairing again in October, November, I haven't decided yet. I have 2 more clutches coming from my breeder ready females. You will have to stay tuned to find those out. I will give you a spoiler alert. It's more pastel, but it ain't got spider this time. And the other one, that's another little secret project. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Hope she takes. Looks like we have another pastel. Possible pastel. Some crazy blowouts in the pattern though. This banding is remarkable. So, don't really want to disturb them too much. I'm just trying to check and make sure everybody's alright. Give them their nice exit. Yep. And I'm poking them with the scissors, but I'm not pushing very hard. I'm just, if they don't react to my finger or me moving the egg around, I take something comes to a finer point, and these by no means have no sharp point on them. They're pretty rounded, and just something that's harder than my fingertips, just to see if they react to it. This is another pretty full egg. These are the adult versions of safety scissors, basically. Let's see what we got here. Looks like more pastel. Possible super pastel, because this is awful white. A really white snake. A whole lot of high flame blushing here. I say flame, I'm not trying to reference fire, because fire's not in this clutch either, but this is probably a super pastel yellow belly, if I had to guess. Yep, and we got response. And all right, well, this is egg number 11. I definitely hit my mark with killer bees. Somebody out there may be lucky enough to get the third one, as long as I don't get stingy and want to keep it. But here we go, got 11 babies. Man, this one throws me off. I know it's spider, but that's dark. That's awful dark. I'm wondering if it's maybe, well, I don't even know. It's blushed out. There should be pastel in it from what I can see. Yellow belly and spider. But man, the sides are just dark on that one. I don't know. But we'll see more when they come out. Stay tuned. We'll do a follow-up here in probably about 2 weeks on this clutch. If not, a week. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, follow, and leave comments. Catch you later.